And hello everyone, welcome back to EVE Online for our Sunday night stream. Hopefully everyone has had a good weekend up to this point. And I intend to help you end it in a good way. At least that's my my intention. So as the thing says, we're going to be doing some wormhole diving today. I don't know which wormhole we're going into because we've got to find one first, but that's the fun, right? So let's go ahead and get undocked. Let me double check my fit here, make sure we have what we need technically. Yeah, we're going to keep this just in case we need the extra scan strength. We can toss that in there. Loot is empty. Got my mobile depot bay. That's all good. And let's double check the actual fit. Yeah, solid. Exactly what we would want to see. Okay, let's go ahead and undock and see if we can't track down a wormhole. Black screen, and there we go. Excellent. We've got 5 signatures to scan down here. That makes me feel just a little bit hopeful. Let me get into a safe as soon as the lag ends. Don't ask me why, but for whatever reason, every time we first start up the game, and undock, it lags pretty hard, and then it just smooths out and stays smooth until we're done playing. So I don't know if it's like loading info into the cache or what, but it looks like there's another explorer out here right now, but nowhere near where I am. So go ahead and get these out and find ourselves a signature to scan down. 6 people in the system to start with. That's kind of a lot. I usually prefer the system to be just a touch quieter, but it's a start, so we'll get going from there. Looks like the explorer that we're up against is in a magnate, so someone relatively new to the whole exploration thing. Which means we should be able to outpace them in most cases. They were using sister probes though, so maybe they're just trying to stick to a cheap ship, even though they've been at the whole exploration thing for a while. Who knows? I mean, not everyone is crazy enough to go drop 40 million on a special edition limited time ship. Alright, combat sites we do not need. We are looking exclusively for a wormhole, at least for now. I actually haven't even done my dailies yet, nor do I even know what they would be. I assume scanning is one of them. Okay, it's 2 of them, so Hartford's tonight should clear those up quite nicely. Love when that happens. Okay, that's another combat site. Next up. Yeah, right here. Center him up a little bit better. Yeah. Top to bottom's a little off. And get that centered up and try it at 2 AU. I don't know if that'll work, but we're gonna give it a shot. If not, we'll expand it to 4. Yeah, there's no red bubble on this one, so it might hit. Hey, there we go. Did indeed. I am hoping there's a wormhole somewhere in the system that is always my preference. To just be right here. This one's requiring a little bit more scan strength to lock down. So I'm going to guess that it is not a wormhole. But that is just a guess. You never can tell until you got it identified, so. And we're almost there. I would guess an unsecured data site. It is a data site, which, again, not what we're looking for. Unsecured's not really a thing in HiSec, is it? Like the covert research places are. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Let's see down the bottom. There we go. And if there's no wormhole here, that's fine. We'll go to the next system over and start looking there, and you know the whole process. We'll do what we have to do, and we'll track one down. But yeah, hopefully there is a wormhole here. So we don't have to go too far afield to find one. Come on, what are ya? What are ya? Okay, this one's I think it's gonna identify just a touch easier than the last couple. We'll check the up and down. Okay. Let's see what we've got here. Hopefully a wormhole. That's not end of life. That would be ideal. Nope, another data site. And the last one is combat site. There was another one, but I'm gonna guess that it was well, it could have been a relic site or a data site, combat site. But it appears to be gone now. So, off to the next system. Let's see what we can find. This one does not have the wormhole we are looking for, so alas. We will have to go elsewhere, but that's okay. Here we go. Okay, a little bit quieter of a system. Only one signature this time. That's okay. Let's jump to our safe and we'll go scan that bad boy down. See exactly what we're looking at here. Let's launch these, map up. There's but one signature to scan. Okay. Now, when there's just one signature like this, it's usually not a great sign. A lot of times it will be a wormhole, but it means that someone has already explored the system, found the wormhole, done all the content in there. However, quite often, those wormholes can lead to other wormholes that have not been touched yet. So, if this is indeed a wormhole, let's hope that that's the case. And it looks like it's going to identify pretty quickly, which is also usually a sign of a wormhole. Data site. I stand corrected. Okay. Data set is not what we're looking for. So on to the next system. And we'll see what that has for us. And yeah, I could be finishing these out just to get the daily rewards, but I know we're going to scan at least 5 signatures once we do get into a wormhole, so I'm really not worried about it. Okay, there's a couple signatures here, 5 or so, and I am the only person in local. You have to love that. Let's get on over to our safe, just in case we don't continue to be the only person in the system. And we'll go ahead and launch some probes and scan down these signatures, hopefully one of which is a wormhole. Now the great thing about this kind of system and finding a wormhole here is that it's likely the first wormhole won't have even been touched, so that would be ideal. We can get right to work. But there are no guarantees, so let's get in here, see what we've got, and we'll go from there. Like I said, I hope everyone had a great weekend. I don't know what y'all got up to. My wife and I ended up at Disney for a little bit. It was hot and crowded, and we had a pretty good time, all things considered. But yeah, if you're not prepared for it, it can be a little daunting, so... yeah, if any of you are thinking of a Disney trip in your future, just be prepared. Take comfortable shoes. Maybe go on some practice walks ahead of time, just to condition yourself, because you'll do a lot of walking. Even in a pretty casual pace. My wife and I did like 8 miles in just that one day, so yeah. Just make sure you're ready for it. They make UV umbrellas, which I hear are awesome. I would love to get one. They have the moist towels you can put on your neck. The neck fans that you can also do. Lots of good options to help you beat the heat and make sure your trip is enjoyable. I encourage you to find one that works for you. And yeah, just make your trip a little bit more comfortable. Also, if you're not native to the area and it's a high UV area, like the Florida or California Disney Worlds, definitely make sure that you're using sunscreen. It will help a lot. Nothing is worse than being super sunburnt when you're trying to enjoy a vacay. Hey Dubstep, how's it going? Still in the metamorphosis, actually. My Omega trial, as I'm going to call it, lapsed, so I am back to Alpha. So this is basically the best multi-purpose ship for exploration that I can use. At least without investing in a nester. So yeah, that's what we're rocking right now. I did make a little bit of a fitting switch. I now just have both modules on the ship, and if I need the extra scan power, I have the scan range finding array and the mobile depot with me, so I can do a quick refit for the extra power if I need it. But so far I haven't found that I do very often, and if I do, I can usually just manually adjust the probes to get that last little bit to lock it down. Yes, that would be why no cloak at the moment. We're still also in high sec, so... And the only person in local. Combat site. Not what we need. Looking for that wormhole. Should go right here since we're here. Yeah, I was gonna say I haven't seen you for a minute. How have you been? Hopefully pretty good. On a cruise, nice. That would make you MIA for a bit, yes. Here internet is a little hard to come by and kind of expensive on those things, but I've been on one and it was pretty good, and that was before I was married. So like now being married, I can imagine going with my wife would be even better than that one. So I would love to go on a cruise. So maybe one day. We're still deciding what we would want to do and all of that, but I'm glad to hear that you got to do that. That's awesome. Hopefully it was a good one. I gotta get my scanning finger back in the habit of hitting this week, even if we are in high sec by ourselves. Alright, we've got a wormhole. Let's pull the probes in and give this thing a peek from 100k. See what we're looking at. Awesome. And yes, sunscreen. Very much. Very good. I really hate putting it on myself. And living in a UV intense area, a lot of times I can get away with not using it, but yeah, if you're doing like an all-day thing, it's worth the discomfort. It helps. All right, sir. Enjoy dinner, and we'll see you later. Okay, low security space. Getting okay, and probably won't last another day. All right, we could go into this one. It'd be safe to do so. Low security space. I need to scan a couple cans. Yeah, 5 more in low security to finish off that air careers goal. So we're going to go ahead and do that. I know it's not a wormhole. But it's a start. I really just want to clear that air careers thing. I've been working on it forever. It's kind of one of those like opportunity things. Like if there's a... Sometimes you have the chance to do it, and you know, sometimes you don't. And it really depends on what we see on the other side. If it's a busy system, then we're not going to stick around for that. But if it's nice and quiet and we're by ourselves, there's some signatures to scan, then we'll see what we can get up to. Hi everybody, welcome to the stream. If you guys have questions or anything, just throw them in the comments there. Glad to answer anything that I can answer. And if I don't know for sure, I will tell you. But hopefully between everyone in the comments, we can figure out something for you, so... Alright, there is one other person here. Certain death. Okay, sounds promising. Security status is only a 2.3. Not on D-scan. Alright, we've got our exit marked. Make ourselves a safe. Hang on. Yeah, there's a couple signatures here. Okay. So far, so good. Okay, we'll start there. Those probes out. Alright, we are watching for the combat probes just in case. So far, nothing. This guy might just be chilling on the station or something. He might even be another explorer or a miner. It's not. He doesn't have a negative security status. But it's not like a 5 either, so it's kind of hard to tell what he likes to get up to. Like, he might be building it and just be like a decent, you know, non-threatening person, or he might have had a good security status and be working his way back down because he's now switched to being a pirate. So I guess we'll see. Okay, that's a combat site. Don't care about combat sites so much. We are looking for a relic or data site because we want to pack the cans. And that's it. That is all that we are after in this area of space. Okay, that is another wormhole. Don't need that. Okay, let's give this a scan. Okay, those are mine. Those are mine, that's okay. Okay, that is most likely our exit wormhole, so we're gonna leave that alone. And switch over to this guy. I think these two signatures are all that's left here. That's another wormhole. So let's get this guy and see what we're looking at here. And if it's not anything that we need, there's no point in sticking around. And the wormholes are nice and all, but what we're looking for here, Pelican data sites. Okay, not immediately identified. Ooh, data site, okay. We like a data site. And it is a standard Angel data site. Okay, that's not one for us. We want local, regional, or central. Standard is not a thing that we play with. So let's get out of here. Head back to where we came from. See if there's another wormhole in that system. There are definitely more signatures to scan down. It's unfortunate too, because I am the only person in the system now, but alas. Okay, back to our save. And we'll start scanning this guy. Now here, what we're interested in is other wormholes. So hopefully there are a couple. There are 2 signatures for us to scan beyond what we have already scanned, and hopefully one of them is another wormhole, but if not, no worries. We can go on to the next system and hopefully find one there. Alright, so let's get these probes back out and scan this guy down. Okay, relic site. That's high sec, so those are usually pretty bad. Let's try this. Actually, this is probably the one that's further away from where we were scanning when this is split like this. Okay, we're gonna bring this down to 2, not 1. It's a little bit too narrow for the processes out, but let's go ahead and analyze. Hopefully we find it. If not, we'll check the other end. And then, yes, this is where it is. We're pretty darn close. Alright, 1AU, what are you? Well, I don't know if you can hear that. That is our dog, one of them. Dana, hello. Argentina, very nice. I have not been, but I've heard good things. How are you tonight? Alright, that is our last signature for this system. It is not a wormhole, so we'll be moving on. But no worries. We will find a wormhole to exploit. 100%. Howdy everybody, welcome to the stream. For those of you just tuning in, we are currently on the hunt for a wormhole to dip our toes into, which will hopefully lead to either riches or more wormholes, which will then lead to riches. That's always the goal with exploration, right? And if you're new to the channel, feel free to chat, ask questions, just say hello, lurk if that's your thing, and of course, if you want to get notifications about when we go live, make sure you hit that follow button. Helps the channel and keeps you informed, so we appreciate it, and hopefully it helps you as well. Alright, that was the boring PR stuff, sorry. Now back to our regularly scheduled program. Wormhole hunting. Alright, looks like we've got some signatures in this system. 4 of them. There's a good bet one of them at least is going to be a wormhole. I'm hoping so anyway, but yeah. Let's get where we're going and see what we can find out here. Yeah, so if anyone out there is new to the whole wormholing thing, this is basically where it starts. I start from high sec. You'll start pretty much wherever you live. You do some scanning, check out the signatures in your area, and just see if you have a wormhole or not. More often than not, they'll go to unknown space, but sometimes you'll get ones that go direct to high sec or low sec or even null sec on occasion. There's things to get up to there as well, but the ones I typically look for are the unknown space, which you may have heard referred to as J space or W space. A lot of times that is where the most profitable stuff is going to be found. And honestly, I actually feel like it's a little safer than low sec or null sec, because people can't see you in local. So if you're capable of hiding, then you're better off than you would be in those systems where they know for sure you're in system because of local. But that's just me. The pokey hide in the shadows thing is not everyone's favorite thing. It used to not be mine, so I do get it. And yes, if they can't see you on local, you can't see them on local either, which adds an interesting element of paranoia to the experience. As opposed to being in a system where no one else is in local and you know that means you are alone in the system, which has a level of comfort to it. Yes, and descan is very important. Thank you, DreadZ. Yeah, without local to tell you if anyone else is there, you're on descan pretty much constantly. Just making sure that no one's sneaking up behind you. Alright, come on, be a wormhole. Be a wormhole. It is a wormhole. Alright, let's see what kind of wormhole we have found. Now once you've found a wormhole, you kind of have to determine if it's going to be one that takes you someplace you want to go. And that happens mostly through the show info screen. There's a lot of third-party tools that can help out with that also. Hang on, I missed. Okay, let's do it from here. There we go. So this wormhole leads to unknown parts of space. So that's perfect for us. That's a C1, C2, or C3. It says it's beginning to decay and probably won't last another day, which means it has at least 4 hours left before it collapses from time. And Wormhole has not yet had its stability significantly disrupted by ships passing through it. Basically just means there hasn't been enough mass in and out to collapse it due to mass. And then just a note, larger ships can pass through, which means you can encounter things all the way up to battleships inside, potentially. But I have yet to encounter a player battleship in a wormhole, so. Yeah, Pathfinder and Tripwire are some of those third-party tools that I mentioned. Anyway, this is a potential wormhole for us, so we're going to go in and check it out. So let me just bounce back to the safe and then back to the wormhole here. But yeah, this would be a good potential one to check out if you were just starting the exploration thing. Now there are 4 people in the local system here, and from D-Scan I can tell that at least one of them is a miner and someone I don't need to worry about following me into the wormhole or anything nefarious, unless they've combat fit their mining ship, which would be pretty hilarious actually. So props to them if that's what they're doing, but I kind of doubt it. Oh, but yeah, typically I like to have the starting system be a little bit quieter than this. I think ultimately we're going to be okay. I haven't seen any other core scanner probes, which usually means the other 3 people in system are not doing a whole lot of exploration content, which is good for us. Hopefully that means no one has been in here yet, and there's lots and lots of sites for us to scan down and see what's there. Explore, as it were. Alright, descanned, nothing is there. Let's go ahead and save our exit. Anytime you go into a wormhole, make sure you save your exit. Oh, it's so important to save your exit. We don't all get it right every time. God knows I haven't. But that's done. Let us look at the system map. It's a decently large system, but not great opportunities for safe making here. So we'll probably just warp to here and just do a little safe close to the wormhole. Which will be good because it'll let us keep an eye on potential ambushes when we're going in and out. Hopefully, though, we don't have a lot of that happening. Alright, let's warp back over to the safe we just created. Yeah, so while we're warping around, setting up safes, scanning, all that fun stuff, what other games do you guys like to watch? Just out of curiosity. I do a lot of EVE content, but like, I don't always watch EVE, and I'm sure you guys are much the same in that respect. So I'd love to hear what you guys actually like when you're not watching EVE. Okay, that business is done. Still nothing on D-scan. Let's get these probes in the air. Or, you know, in the vacuum. And start scanning some stuff down. I know the other big one I watch is Minecraft, because I like to play that as well. Haven't for a minute, though. It's kind of in one of those periods when I've been doing other stuff when I have free time. Like, there's always this call to come back to it, you know? Even when you haven't played for a while, there's just like this, oh, I feel like I want to do this kind of thing. So I will definitely have to jump back on there at some point soon. Even if just to mess around for a little bit. Okay, we've got another wormhole connection. That's good. If we don't find anything to get up to here, or once we finish whatever there is to do here, this very well may lead us to another, potentially even more lucrative wormhole than this one, which is great. There we go. Got that one scanned down. We will check that at the end to see what kind of wormhole it is. That may well be our exit wormhole. And if it is, once it's identified, we'll just leave that alone and do something else. But it doesn't hurt to start, because you never know. Even if it's on top of the bookmark, it could move a lot in the first couple scans. Hey, Fluffy Leah. Hello. Good to hear someone from Germany. I can honestly say I've never been to Germany, but it does look awesome. What would you say is the best thing to get up to in Germany? Yes. We just have the scanning map up, so it's mostly black background. With some color lines and stuff. Yeah, if someone asked me the same thing, I'd be like, I don't know. We've got stuff to do here, but I see. Sorry. Yes. Like nighttime dark, or just like part of the year dark? Alright, that's locked down. Finished our daily goals. Love that. Let's see what else is here, though. Nope, not what I wanted. Other button. There we go. Nighttime dark. 2 a.m. Whoa. My. Alright. Yeah, here it is. East Coast America is where I'm coming from, and it's not quite 8 o'clock here. So, bit of a big time difference, but glad you could join us even though it is pretty late. A little bit in the future, or a little more bit in the past, depending on how you look at it, but yes. A time traveler regardless. Yeah, time is a fun thing. Ooh, a data site. Especially with like gravitational time dilation thrown in the mix. It's really just hard to pin down like if something is happening at the exact same time as something else. It's all manner of complex and super fun, if that's your thing. Unsecured. Dang. That's not what we are set up to do, unfortunately. But there's still plenty of signatures here, so let's keep looking. Now, the last one was not our exit wormhole. Do not believe, or was it? I'm guessing it's this one, based on the line. So hopefully this will be something fun and interesting for us to do. Okay, that's a wormhole also. So there's a lot of wormholes in here, is what I'm gathering. So it's very possible someone has already come through this wormhole, cleared out most of the Pelican data sites, left the ones that they are not set up to run, like ourselves, the unsecured and forgotten sites, and obviously all the wormhole connections, because unless you're in a battleship and you've got some time on your hands, not much you can do about those. There's a weird thing celebrating New Year's Eve before you, but at the same time at the same time. Indeed, yes. Very, very complex. I think Doctor Who said it best when he said, "Wibbly wobbly, timey-wimey." That's really just a perfect description. Yeah, looking forward to New Year's Eve, but that's a bit in the future for us. Got to get through Christmas and Thanksgiving over here. And I got my birthday wedged in there also, so don't want to miss any of that. Oh, perfect. Yeah, fezzes are cool. Ah, come on, Wormhole. Give us some data and relic sites that won't try to kill us in order to run them. That's all we want. A relic site! Excellent! Alright, you've halfway met my request. Well, let's see if it's one that will try to kill us or not. Hopefully not. It's forgotten relic site. Man! Why? Like I said, that's usually a sign that someone has been through the wormhole before and scanned down stuff. I'm pretty sure that is our exit wormhole because of its proximity to the bookmark. And so this is the last signature and system to be scanned down. And we'll start looking at these wormholes we've found. See if there's another one that we can go to that will perhaps be better for us. Assuming, of course, this is not something that we can do now. And if it is, then obviously we'll do that, and then look at the wormholes. A gas site, okay. Based on what we've encountered thus far in this wormhole, I'm going to assume that this is an ordinary perimeter gas site. But a lot of times, if explorers are a little bit newer, they don't have the skills to do anything with any of these. So it very well could be a normal gas site that just wasn't exploited. Yep, sizable perimeter. So it looks like that's the case. Whoever came through before just doesn't have gas mining skills or the right ship for it, or just like doesn't care to do that, which is okay. But that doesn't help us right now. So let's check out these wormholes. Like, that's something we might come back to at the end of the stream, just to cap off the night. But let's check out these other options, see if any of them are a good fit for us. Hello, Wormhole. What have you got for me? Unknown parts of space, beginning to decay, so at least 4 hours. No stability problems and larger ships, so that is in fact an option for us. Let's check out this next one. And yeah, it looks like we've got 4 total options available to us. This wormhole that we're in is a C2. I can tell because it's got perimeter hangars in it, which is one of the combat sites that will only spawn in C2 wormholes. That last one we checked out is kind of in the same vein, either a 1, 2, or 3. This one likewise is going to be a 1, 2, or 3. Okay, has at least 4 hours, no stability issues, and up to medium-sized ships. When you see these smaller ship sizes, that usually indicates one of the lower classes, like a C1, maybe a 2, but in my experience, mostly medium and smaller size ship hulls are like more often than not C1s. So that's a good option for us because we kind of want to stay in that lower range if at all possible. Now let's check out this third wormhole, see where it goes. Info, unknown parts of space, has at least 4 hours, not yet destabilized, and large ships, so that's also an option for us. This isn't really narrowing it down much, but yeah, we'll keep going until we have seen them all and know what the options are. So the reason I'm looking for lower class wormholes is because the sites that I want to run, the data and relic sites that you can also get to spawn in nullsec, will only spawn in the C1 through C3 wormholes. Anything higher than that, and you're not going to get those sites anymore. So for the ship that I'm in and the content that I'm trying to run, those are the wormholes that are going to have what we're looking for. Now, the higher class wormholes can be more lucrative, but it's a different kind of content. Like you would run the combat sites and that kind of stuff in those wormholes in order to get what you can out of those. Okay, unknown parts of space. Has at least 4 hours, not yet destabilized, and medium ships. Okay, so looks like 2 and 4. Wormholes 2 and 4 are our best options, so let's go ahead and hit up 2. And we'll just go into 0 meters. Yeah, so the ones that say dangerous unknown space and deadly unknown space, the first one is C4s and 5s, and the second is C6s. Those have like a lot of really upper tier combat sites and lucrative content, but not the non-combat data and relic sites that we're looking for. So that's basically why the lower class wormholes are what we're after. Alright, initial scan shows nothing. Well, a ton of signature. Oh, so this must be a big system, because there's a lot of combat sites in here. Alright, we're gonna save location. Exit 2-1. That is not a safe. Okay, that's all done. B-scan still clear. Yes, this is a rather large system. Oh, and it's got a free port. Nice. Okay, so free ports are player-owned structures like the Atarus and other similar stations that people set up for anybody to use. Safe havens, regardless of who you are. So it's kind of cool when you find them. If you're feeling unsafe, you can dock up, you can refit. You can do a lot of stuff in them. Just depends on how the station owner has set them up. But it's kind of cool when you do find one. Alright, let's get back to the safe. Yeah, no worries. Okay, safe is saved. Okay, let's get these probes launched. And start scanning. There's a bunch of combat sites, one of which is a perimeter ambush. That means we are in fact in a C1. Which is great. One of the other great reasons to stick to the lower class wormholes is because a lot of the players that are in combat ships that you would like to avoid typically tend to find themselves in like C5s and C6s. That's where the blingiest ships to hunt will be, and that's why a lot of people hunt in those areas. So it makes them a little bit more traffic heavy in a lot of cases, and so the lower tier systems are usually a little bit quieter. Now that's not a hard and fast rule. A C1 can be even busier than a C5 or 6. But as a generalization, if you trust those at all, a lot of times the lower class, like C1, C2s, will be just a lot quieter because people are running the higher tier content. My most lucrative nights, actually my most lucrative night on record, was this past Thursday, actually. Resulted from running along the C1, C2 lines. Just hole to hole until I found one that was chock full of data and relic sites. And I ran a bunch of those and made like 163 million ISK in about 3 hours of exploration, which is just insane. No way do I say that those results are typical. Most of my nights land around somewhere between 30 and 60 million. But yeah, it was a good night, and it came from the lower class wormholes. Yes. As far as like solo combat site running, C5s are kind of it. Mostly you're going to be in the Tech 2 battleships, your Marauders, and you're going to have the fanciest of modules in order to run those. Dang, it's a forgotten site. Eat that. Okay. Yeah, and you're like, in a lot of cases, you're just barely running those. Like, you have to fly the ship in exactly the right way to do it safely. And then you also have, like, people coming into the wormholes and hitting you while you are dealing with NPCs. So, it's pretty rough in those C5s sometimes. Yes, that would be pretty cool, actually. I have plans to, at some point, make an alt to use for wormhole living. And I very much look forward to living in a nice, obscure wormhole system and just doing all the wormholey things all day long. But for the sake of operational security for the corp and everything, obviously I can't stream any of that, because it sort of makes everyone a target, so it will have to be an alt and not this character, but that is a-okay. Oh no. There are several wormholes that are occupied, but there's over 2,000 different wormhole systems in the game, so definitely not all of them are occupied, like not even close. And a lot of them have been occupied in the past, but have since been abandoned for cost reasons, or like because some people got forced out, or all kinds of different reasons. So just because you see a station in a system doesn't actually mean that that system is occupied, even then. And a lot of the wormhole operations are pretty small, actually. I've seen several that are like 4 players or less is the whole wormhole operation. Mostly relying on secrecy to stay safe versus like having the numbers to push people back out if they try to do anything. Yeah, there's definitely opportunities. Now, wormholes that have a high sec static, most of those tend to get occupied, and they also tend to get attacked quite frequently, because they're easy to discover. So, like, my ideal situation, and I have no idea what kind of wormhole my corp is in right now, but my ideal would be something that does not have a high sec static. It's harder to find your way out at certain times, but eventually you'll get a wormhole that leads to high sec, and you can go do what you need to do and pop back in once you're done. Until then, you can just save everything up in your station, or I know one of my commenters actually said they'll use freighters to store all their valuable stuff, and if they're ever attacked, they'll just have the freighter pilot log off to protect all of the valuable stuff until they can kind of make the situation safer and get the freighter and all the stuff to a safer location. I thought was an interesting strategy. Because, you know, wormholes don't have the asset safety thing if your station gets destroyed, so. Okay, unsecured. Yeah, I'm thinking someone came through here too, but keep scanning just in case. Like I said, sometimes you make 163 million, sometimes you make 30 million, so all depends on the night and what you find. Totally random. Okay, got another gas site. They said those can be good. Finish it out since we're here. See what kind it is. Oh, ordinary perimeter. Well, that explains why it's still here. Most people avoid these because they already have sentries set up in the site, and if you get within 100 kilometers of any of them, they shoot you real hard. Especially if you're in an exploration ship, those things hit like a truck. So more often than not, you'll see the ordinary perimeter sites just left alone. And waiting for an unsuspecting victim. I have definitely been that person before, so yeah, no shade if it's happened to you, because it has happened to me. Those turrets are nasty. Okay, that's locked down. After this, there's still a decent number of signatures in here. Hopefully one of them is a site that we can run. It's a little big, I guess. Okay, I'm not confident that will work, but we're gonna give it a shot. If it's not like right on the edges, we can maybe find it like that. Nah. Not so much. Had to try. That said, this is a rather large system, and there are just a crap ton of combat sites in here. Just an absolute ton. Now, at some point, I would love to do a whole stream where we're just like hitting the combat sites in a wormhole. I think that would be fun. But I do not have my ship set up for that yet. I have one in the works, but yeah, it's not there yet. And that's mostly just waiting on some skill trainings. Once those are done, I can fit the stuff that I need to actually survive while doing that. Which I think is kind of important. Okay, data site. Could be one that we could do. Hoping that it is. Another thing that'll happen is people will come through wormholes, do all the sites, and then leave. And then new sites will spawn in between, like, what they did and you getting there. So sometimes even if it looks like a wormhole's been cleared out, you can still find sites in there. Hey, Blue-Gray! Happy Sunday to you! How's it going? Unfortunately, that's an unsecured again. Dang. Really hoping that would be one for us to run. But alas, it is not. Okay, 8's maybe a little big. Looks like 2 is the winner. Learning a lot about wormholes, I see. Yes. Yes, very much. Very good. Just, out here in this wormhole, hoping and praying to find some relic and data sites that won't immediately kill us once we warp in. You know, the good ones. No luck though, just unsecured and forgotten so far. I'm guessing another explorer's been through. But there's a couple more links from here to check out, so. And maybe this is one here? Hopefully. Yeah, even if we don't find any loot, we get to explore the cluster. That's an unsecured. I'm not even gonna finish scanning yet. Oh, that sucks. Maybe this one. But yeah, it's cool to see what all's out here. Check out some places that no one else has ever been. And just do something that makes you as fun in a system that doesn't have very many people in it. At least not ones that you can see or know about. So if the worst case scenario for tonight is that we accomplish our daily goals and I get to chat with all you good people for 3 hours and make no money, honestly, that's not a bad result in my opinion. Nevertheless, I am hoping to find at least one site. Nope, 4 is gonna be where we're at. Yes, basically. The unsecured data sites and the forgotten relic sites are technically combat sites with the relic and data loot cans in them as well. So those you kind of have to like bring a combat ship in for and clear the rats out before you can do the exploration content. So that's the kind of thing you'd want to run in like a Nestor or a Stratius, because you can actually do some combat with those safely and then like refit real quick into your relic modules and do the exploration once the rats are cleared. But yeah, just in a basic basic exploration ship, like what I have, one of the frigates or whatever, those are pretty much instant death. Dang. Alright, let's go back up a attack. I hit my headphone wire and it turned me down to like half volume. It's a little finicky, but it still works good, so no worries. Okay, we got that locked down for later. Alright, what's this guy? Alright, it's super far away from our exit bookmark, which is good. Come on, Wormhole, give me something. Okay, it's a relic site. Could be good. Could be one that spawned after the last person. Who knows? Hopefully, yes. Maybe. And it is forgotten. Ah, alright. Yeah, I'm dubious about how much we're gonna find in this particular wormhole, but you don't know until you scan down the signatures, so we'll just see. We'll just see. If nothing else, it will lead us to another wormhole, which will hopefully give us better luck than this one has thus far. Like I said, we did find that gas site in the very first wormhole, so absolute worst case scenario. Maybe like the last 45 minutes, half hour of the stream, we can hit that up with a venture, do some ninja gas huffing, and maybe get like 20-ish million. That's like absolute worst case scenario, so. And that's really not bad either. Chaotic, hey, how's it going? Enjoying Eve very much. Doing a lot of this exploration stuff, specifically the wormhole exploration. Have made a lot of money in the past, not so much tonight yet, but that's okay. We are pushing forward and ever hopeful. Okay, we have a forgotten site, of course. Yeah, there's a few things left here. Where this one is, goes back towards the center. I don't think that's the exit wormhole. Seems like it's a little far away. It could be, because the circle's right there by the bookmark, but I'll at least give it the first scan, just to see. That should give us a better idea where it is actually located. Alright, hopefully this is something good here. While I do enjoy scanning, I also like the hacking minigame, so I'd love to get up to some of that. We have another gas site. Hard to tell what it is. The last one was an ordinary perimeter, so that was a betting man, that's where I put my money. But I guess we'll see. We got ordinary perimeter. Take that right to the bank. Okay, that one I'm pretty confident is our exit wormhole, because one of those ends is right on top of the bookmark. So we will start here. And I have no idea where we scanned for this one. I'm just going to start right here. And hope that's the right end. Nope, not so much, I guess. Alright, let's try the other end. Worth a shot. I am using perches when I do the data and relic sites. Just making sure that they're on grid so I can jump to a can, jump back to the perch, jump to a can, and that kind of thing. I haven't been using them so much for the actual like wormhole exits or anything. I should. I definitely should. That would be smart, but yeah, I haven't started doing any of that yet. I have not gotten to the rig switching yet, but I am just doing both modules on right now, and if I need the extra scan strength, I'll use the depot to put on the extra rangefinder. Yeah, I literally haven't made it to a trade hub since the last stream, so I've got to go buy, well, I'll probably buy the blueprints, honestly, so I can make the rigs and do that. But the last stream, I did blow up a lot more cans than I'm happy with, so yeah, swapping those rigs out each time would be a really smart choice. For the moment, yes. Okay, relic site. We've been disappointed several times by this wormhole. Hopefully it's gonna give us a nice surprise this time. Cross your fingers, say a little prayer. Come on. No. So frustrating. Oh, it's so frustrating. Okay. Well, like, this system is so big, and literally everything is not for us. Oh, it's probably gonna be way off. Celestial 4-1 AU trick. That one I don't know. So what is it and how exactly would you do that? You might have. I may have missed it. Okay, we've got another wormhole. Potential connection option. That's not too bad. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look it up again because if I read it, I don't remember exactly what it said to do or why, so I'm gonna guess that I probably missed it. So apologies there. While I'm thinking about it, I'm going to literally write it down. Okay, that's officially on my reading list. I have the worst memory. Like, literally. Alright. There's a signature here. Not that one. This one. That I have not scanned yet. Alright, you can start a scan by targeting a nearby celestial at 4 AU instead. And when the sig becomes a dot with about 5-ish%, hit it at 1 AU to resolve it. Oh my god. That is life-changing. That's like the whole double-click shifting the viewpoint thing. That would save so much freaking time. Nice. Yeah, I have a probe scanner on my Venture too, mostly just in case the entrance collapses behind us, but a lot of times I'll scan down the other stuff in the hole while I'm either mining gas or ore in a wormhole, and I can get most of the stuff with the Venture, and that's without rangefinders even, so. Oh yeah, that's gonna be so good. Okay. Next wormhole, we're doing it. That's so smart. Like, oh my gosh. Obviously it's going to be, yeah, it's gonna be within 4 AU of whatever celestial it's near, regardless of where the red bubble is. Oh, it's smart. That's fair. Yeah, like this one's getting to be tough to scan down, so it's probably an unsecured. Usually the hard to scan ones are. But we'll just confirm. This should be the last signature in here that we don't know what it is, so. Yeah, unsecured. As I thought, we said this is our exit, and this was a forgotten relic site. Okay, so let's recall those probes, and let's see where some of these other wormholes take us. Hopefully somewhere good. I'm kind of excited to try this trick now. like that is going to save time. Okay. There's a harbinger. Good thing we're on our way out. High security space. Interesting. So let's try the next wormhole. Unknown parts of space. It's EOL though, so that's not for us. This one. Alright, that's null, but it's also EOL. Alright, there were other good options in the first wormhole, so we are actually just going to go back that way and check out some of those. There's a little too much traffic in here for my personal taste. Hopefully they're just there to run combat sites, but yeah, not worth it for me. Yeah, so let's just find our way somewhere a little less busy. Okay, so if I remember correctly, that was the second wormhole, so we want to look at the fourth wormhole. Because that was another potential C1. Also, the SIG is way past 4 AU. If it's nearest Celestial, it may be a covert ghost, Aegis, or Sleeper site. Yeah, and typically I don't mess with those because they're a little riskier. Yeah, this was the one I was looking at. So let's bounce to the safe and then back to this one. Yeah, that's seen a couple videos on those, and maybe one day, but not today. And probably not tomorrow. Which is to say, just not super soon. It does help, yes. Thank you. Alright, so let's warp to 0 on this guy. Yeah, if I was still a Mega and had my cloak, I'd warp a little bit further away from the wormholes, just in case, but just alpha, so I'm just drop right on top of them. Because my best bet for evading ambushers is to get through this wormhole as quick as possible. Yeah, this is the Society of Conscious Thought Metamorphosis. It is a frigate, and it is pretty much geared towards exploration. Very good, sir. Enjoy the errand, hopefully. But yeah, thanks for stopping by and chatting with us. Let's save this location. Exit to 1. This is not a save. There's a perfect. Okay. Still nothing on the D scan. Let's check the map. Okay, not a huge system, but that's okay. I don't love sensor ghosts. Okay, and we're in a Wolf Radiant system. That's awesome. And it's class 1. So we are in fact in another C1. Love that. Alright, let's get 200. That's... Okay, move this to safes. There we go. If bookmark 1480 away from anything or several in a small. Click around. I can be scanned. Yes, indeed. Thank you for that. And yes, it is a very nice ship. Dropping several bookmarks in a small system does make sense. So that is something I need to start doing. And this would be a pretty good option. I'm not close to too much, so I think I'll be okay. But yeah, like the micro systems, definitely having 3 or 4 safes would be smart. Anywho, start scanning. Hopefully this has got something good for us. Those are my probes, it's fine. No worries. Ooh, we're down here. Okay, so actually let's try this trick. So if we center it right here on the Celestial, we go at 4 AU. Okay. That gave us some stuff. So that is right here. Alright, we drop to 1. Hey, Fluffy Leah, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate that. Yeah, absolutely. Glad to help. Get some sleep. I know it's late there. And we'll catch you later. Okay, so that one is set. Love that. You are a dot. So that's exactly what we want. Hit this guy with the 1 AU also. Okay, we've got ourselves a gas site, sizable perimeter reservoir. Hopefully I can get my words to work tonight. Yeah, so the celestial scanning trick is brilliant. I am a fan. I am definitely a fan. This is much faster than doing the signatures individually. That's a minor perimeter reservoir. Analyze that. There we have a relic site, which is awesome. Hopefully this will get it locked down, and hopefully it's one that we can run safely. It is ruined. Yes, we can run this one. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Let's get in there. Set up a perch on the way in. Oh, so good. Okay, so far so good. Okay, perch is correctly set within what's on grid. So that's great. And we are looking at a relic site. We'll be using our relic analyzer, obviously. All right. Take that and use it immediately. Keep those. Okay. Take that. Alright, I can't take all the hits that I need to take from that, unfortunately. Let's see if we can find a little helper here, anywhere. We hope not so much. Okay. So hopefully one of these will be something good for us. No. Cool, so we lose because we are missing 1 HP. No worries, we get another shot. Okay, we'll take that. There we go. Got that one. Alright, one down. 2, 3, 5 to go. I hate those ones so much. They hit unbelievably hard. Perfect. Alright, you're down here. Yes, you are. Should be good. Okay. Not too shabby. Okay. Got that one. Way to go. Yep. Interesting. Okay. Alright, I'm not doing that. Clearly. We'll take that, though. That'll clear that out nice. Easy. And that's what we needed. Oh, let's get back in there. Just 2 cans left to go. Okay. No, that was not helpful. What about you? You are a little bit more helpful. And that sucks. Okay, so we're pretty much just screwed at this point. But I can't take that. Alright, let's try this again. Okay, so not going that way. Got it. That one did not want to be hacked. Let me just tell you.
Hard drive active.
Alright, last can.
Hard drive active.
And then we'll go back to scanning, see if we can find some more sites in this wormhole. Which hopefully we can. If we can go around, we will go around. At least until we get something like that. I should have left that alone. That was dumb. Okay. That. There we go. Worth it. Alright, let's head back to the safe. Perfect. We can get rid of our perch. We are done with that. Alright, let's go ahead and launch our probes. Map back up. Let's scan down these next two signals here. Two AU might get it, so let's try it. We may have to jump it back up to 4. But you never know. Okay, yeah, that helped. Now, I don't think 1 AU is going to quite get the rest of this circle. We might have to leave it at 2. Yeah. But with better positioning, that should help a bit. Okay, and there we go. Okay, we've got a wormhole. No telling where that goes. But once we're done here, we'll have to check it out. Unstable wormhole, of course, excellent. And now we'll switch our focus to this signature here. Is which one? What is this? is RXW. This guy. Okay. Did not want to highlight it for me for whatever reason. And it looks like this is... Based on where that ring is, I'm going to say this is our exit wormhole. So we're going to ignore this. We could do the celestial trick here, but there's only one signature to really get that we don't know what it is, so not really much point with that. Excellent. Just a bit more. Let's see what we've got. Okay, another wormhole. Not exactly what we're hoping for at this point, but it could lead us to further riches, so not mad about it, for sure. Did the circle turn into a line? It did. And that confirms my theory. That's definitely our exit wormhole. Alright, where's this? Okay, so the nearest celestial to this guy is this one right here. So we'll set this to 4AU. Make sure the up and down. Correct. And scan. See what we end up with here. I'm hoping these two will move into this space and get a little bit identified. This one's probably attached to a different celestial. Okay, one of them is a relic site. So let's start there. I do like a relic site. Bring that down to 1 AU. So we've got that locked down. And it is a ruined relic site, which is perfect. And let's go ahead and lock this guy down also. Since we're here. Okay, that is a wormhole. And it is officially locked down. So let's pull these guys in and go visit this relic site.
Warp drive active.
Okay, let's get our perch. Get ready to set up our perch. And yeah. See what this relic site has for us. Okay, purchase set correctly. Love that. Looks like another 6 cans for us, which is awesome. Before we jump into all of that, we're going to take a sip of water. Because the recent trip to Disney has left me just a touch dehydrated.
Warp drive active.
And feeling very thirsty as you might imagine. Alright, what do we got? Okay, we'll take that. There we go. Nice easy start to this site. Love that.
Warp drive active. Warp drive active.
Yeah, so far so good. I love that we found a couple sites in this wormhole already. That's always great. Especially when they're relic sites, because those tend to be decently lucrative. Wow, okay, so we've got some options there as far as all that goes. And didn't need any of them, which is fine. Not the most valuable loot in the world, but it'll do. It was an easy one to get open, so can't complain. I mean, I could, but it'd be a little silly.
Warp drive active.
Alright, let's see what this next one's got for us. Yeah, just look at that skybox. Gotta love that. Don't see that in high sec, let me tell you. Okay. That was hardly worth it, but oh well.
Warp drive active.
Yeah, just a very, very good picture there. Gotta love that. In fact, just doing that real quick so I have a thumbnail image. Okay, thank you. For when we post the playback on YouTube. So if you guys did miss the beginning of this, you can always catch that on YouTube.
Drive active.
That should come out next week on Saturday, I believe, will be when, no, Friday for this footage. Or of course the the VOD will be available immediately after this concludes. So that's always an option too, and that'll be on Twitch. So got that. Okay, easy enough. Got some options if you want to go back and catch up on the beginning of the stream.
Warp drive active.
Alright, we've got 2 cans left in this site.
Warp drive active.
And just a little under an hour left in the stream, so still plenty of time to get up to some shenanigans. Okay, we're gonna leave that alone. Unless we find that we need it for some reason. Nothing. Love that. Thanks so much. Alright, one more can. Hopefully with actually something in it. Would be great. I hate when the wormhole sites, any of the cans in a wormhole site have nothing. Like, that's just so messed up. Like, do that crap in high sec. Like, that's to be expected. The high sec stuff is not as lucrative typically. Like, not in wormholes. That just ain't right. Alright. Go away from this. Could be here. Or... I'll take that. Okay. Right down here, I guess. Not where I would have expected it to be. I'm gonna guess down here, probably. Alright, but I'm gonna need some help. That's not helpful. Dang it. I can hit it once, but that's all I've got. And everything else is super far away from stuff, so... Alright, we'll have to try that one again. Okay, that'll work. And there we go. Let's head back to the safe and do some more scanning. Go to this perch, because we're done with that. Okay, so the actual sun for the system is there. That's part of the skybox. Gotta love that. Just gotta love that. No, I'm in a wormhole at the moment. Looks to be a C1, if I remember correctly. Yeah, perimeter camp. Yep. And actually finding some sites now, so that's a good thing. Happy about that. The first couple holes we looked at were just nothing for us, apparently. Alright. This guy is just all by himself. That's a-okay. Okay. That's made some progress. Always good. Alright, it's another wormhole. As we are rapidly running out of signatures, that is always a good thing. It could lead us to an even more lucrative wormhole. which is kind of what we're after. Alright, let's see what else is in the system. We have our exit wormhole, and just this one other sig. So let's scan that bad boy down, see what it is. Hopefully something good. And we'll move on to the next hole. And double check the up and down. There we go. Well, hello! Haven't seen you on here, but glad to see you. How are you doing? The moderator is Alyssa, just so you know. So that's who was saying hi there. Yeah, we miss you guys too. Hopefully everything's going well up there in the frigid north. Yeah, this is a guess. I don't know what kind yet. Okay, so not frigid north yet, but soon. Winter is coming. A sizable perimeter reservoir. Nice. But not anything for us right this second. So let us start going through these wormholes that we found and see if there's one that will take us to further riches.
Warp drive active.
And this can go away. For now. Ah, this one leads into high security space. Interesting. Has the time on it. It's good to go. Green, looks like, so probably Galente space. Which is, would be handy if I needed to get to that. I do not, though, so let's check out this next one here.
Warp drive active.
Yes, not much I need to get up to in high sec at the moment. Oh, guessing this is nice and dangerous. Oh, also high security space. It's EOL though, so that's no good for us. Given the red color, I would guess Minotaur space? That's interesting though. So a fun little shortcut if that's someplace that you needed to go. Alright, let's check out this next one. I had no idea there was a Chewbacca emoticon in the comments. That's amazing. Okay, dangerous unknown parts of space. That's not for us so very much. That's a C4 or 5, and it's not going to have the sites that we are looking for. So let's check out this one. NMC. And see if it goes somewhere fun. Yeah, that's great. I kind of love that. Alright, let's see, where do you go? Unknown parts of space. Okay, it's got at least 4 hours on it. And it looks like it's going to be another C1. Let's just do that. So let's bounce off the safe real quick. And we'll come hit up that guy. Go a little bit deeper down the rabbit hole. Okay, and this is actually the last one. You know what, before we leave, let's just check it out, see what it goes to. Maybe it's a lower null set connection. We do need to get up to some shenanigans out there. But it's a very opportunity thing. So sometimes the opportunity presents itself, sometimes it doesn't. A lot of times it doesn't. Let's see. Nope, unknown parts of space. Okay, so basically another C1 would look like. So we'll just start with this one. And if it looks inhospitable, we can bounce over to this one. And right on top of it, and right past it. Love that. Gotta stretch up the arm. There we go. Yes, in fact, I actually have one. And I used it for a little bit. I just don't have Omega anymore, so it is back at the station collecting dust until such a time as I have Omega again and can use it once more. Yeah. So looking forward to that. Let me save this exit before I forget. Defaults 2 hours or 2 days, sorry. And let's check out the system. But yes, Covert Ops Cloaking Device is a wonderful, wonderful module. And I do like it very much when I'm able to use it. Alright, this is a teeny tiny system. Alright, so nothing there. See if we can... Yeah, it's literally less than an AU from the Celestial we warped to. Not ideal, but that's okay. We still have to scan us down, and that's kind of the idea. Okay, so far so good. Haven't seen anything on scanners, which is Woundaval. Perimeter camp does mean we are in fact in a C1, and it's a cataclysmic variable, which is fun. I don't know if you guys have ever seen these, but big star, little star sucking material off of big star, kind of awesome. But let's get the map back up and get the probes launched. We can see what some of these signatures are. And we'll start... The probes are way out here because the last system was enormous. Guess we'll start on top of this guy. And for AU, okay. Yes, if any of you are new to Eve, or if you are perhaps a veteran but have never used a referral link, and you would like 1,000,000 free skill points, there is my referral link is under the video player, just right there near the About Me section. Literally just says e-referral link. And you just click on that, and you can get your 1,000,000 free skill points. And if you do end up subscribing, that does give me a little kickback as well, so that's always an awesome thing. And if not, you just get your skill points, and that's a-okay also. So, it gives you about a 2-week jump on your training time. So, definitely worth doing if you haven't done it. And we have a ruined angel data site. Perfect. Go ahead and warp in there.
Warp drive active.
And let's get ready to do that purge, because this is not going to take long. Don't want it in safes, though. Know that. Almost there. Alright, hopefully that is far enough away. Indeed, it is. Perfect.
Warp drive active.
Looks like we've got 6 cans in this particular site. Let's warp to the first one and start hacking.
Warp drive active.
There we go. Okay, data cache, not helpful for us at the moment. Don't love that. Or that. What are you? Not helpful. We'll take this. It's great. Alright, I guess I'll take that also. Oh. I wasn't expecting it to be there exactly, but that was helpful. Alright, back to the perch.
Warp drive active. Warp drive active.
Alright, hopefully this can's got a little bit better loot for us. But at this point, we have made a profit tonight, and that's about as much as you can ask for. You know, besides, like, getting it all home, so... That, I guess, is the other thing you can ask for. No guarantees, of course. But we'll try. That, gladly. Okay. Perfect. Yeah, that's a little bit better. Okay.
Warp drive active. Warp drive active.
Okay, love to start out with the pickup there. That's always great. Don't love these things. Alright, just had to check. There we go. Do that. Alright, how many is left? 3? Yeah, looks like we got 3 cans left. For all you other wormholers out there, what is your favorite wormhole effect? For instance, we're in a cataclysmic variable right now. Do you like that? Do you prefer a Wolfriette, Magnetar? Which is your favorite flavor of wormhole? If you had to pick one. Now, as far as like the visuals, I kind of like the black holes the best, but effect-wise, I'm really not sure. I haven't played around enough with them to have a favorite, I don't think. But yeah, the visuals on the black hole systems are just very intimidating, so it's super cool to see those. Amara Roy, hey, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate that. There we go. What do we got? Just 1 can left in this site. And we've just barely started this wormhole, so who knows how much is left in here. By the way, Surgeon. Yeah, no problem asking. I actually am a pastor. I got ordained at a Christian theme park that I used to work at. And at my current church, I serve in the youth group and occasionally preach there, so still using the skills occasionally. But yeah, thank you for asking. Also, if you ever have any questions in that kind of vein, I always welcome that stuff as well. So feel free to ask, and if I have an answer for you, I will gladly answer. And if you want like a more private kind of option, you can always email at pastorcjkent@gmail.com. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna need just a touch of help with this guy, because we do not have much health left, and I can't move that. What are you? Okay. That's helpful. What are you? That's also helpful. That's less helpful. Okay. Where is this thing? Okay, out there. You can. It's not a service I'm looking for right now. But I'm always happy to look for any future needs. There it is. Goodness gracious. Man, that one was like impossible to find. That was the last can too, right? Yes. We'll jump back over to the safe. Not that it's super far away or anything. Go to the perch. Yeah, will do. Appreciate it. Yes, I do. It's just the same as my name on here, so easy to find. Okay, go ahead and do that. Alright, let's see what is next out there. Got another one. Partially scanned down. That's our exit wormhole, so we're not going to mess with that. This one, on the other hand, looks to be one that we can one-shot, potentially. Alright, so let's give that a try. Okay, we've got a data site. Perfect. Yeah, I will take a look at that once the stream is over. But at the moment, we're going to check out this data site. So just hang tight. Alright, let's get ready to make our perch. There we go. Alright, I think that should be good. Let's warp back out to it, make sure. Perfect. Alright, so let's jump to this first can here. I do kind of love that I don't have to mobile depot and switch modules now. That is handy. But like Blue-Gray was talking about earlier, I should really do it anyway, so I can also switch rigs, so the hacks are just that much easier. Thanks. All right, nice. The pouch. Okay, got about 22 minutes left on the stream. Should definitely be able to finish this site. Maybe another one as well. But the one thing I'm not loving so much about having both modules on there is like having to take that extra second to make sure I'm clicking the right one. But that's just because I've gotten used to always having the applicable module in that first slot, so that's just kind of a experience thing. Kind of getting used to a new setup.
Warp drive active.
If I decide to stick with this, that is. Okay, still nothing. A few more cans to go at this site.
Warp drive active.
And that's exactly what I'm talking about. I hit the wrong module. Like that.
Warp drive active. Warp drive active.
Alright, got the right module this time. Like, on their own, those aren't so bad, but I still hate them because they power up all the other viruses on the board. And usually if there are other viruses on the board, it's because you're, like, trying to find things to help you get rid of said viruses. Or I guess they're not the viruses, they're the defensive subsystems. But you know what I mean. Yay, high-tech data chips. Need those. We've got ourselves a couple Zoigma blueprints, but I ran the numbers on them, and they are just not cost effective if you're buying all the materials from trade hubs. So unless I set up buy orders to get them cheaper, we just wouldn't make a profit on those buying all the materials for them. So finding them in data sites is basically our path to profit on that. But we have a long way to go because it's 100 of the data chips, scanner modules, and high-tech tools for the Zoigmas. And you don't get more than like 1 or 2 usually from the sites, so. I hate those so much. Okay. Not there. Right. Not the ideal use for that, but it's okay. Take that. Dude, this is nothing helpful. See what I mean? Like, they're just gonna power each other up now, and I hate that so much. What are you? That's even worse. Yeah, unless it's like right here. Oh my god. And I didn't have the strength for it. I'd got it. Oh, so frustrating. I forgot I had that one on the field that like reduces this guy reduces my attack strength. There we go. That's a little better. Oh, that was the last can, so we can just go back to the safe and drop this perch. And scan down another site. Looks like we've got just about 15 minutes left in the stream. Alright, let's pull up the map and get our probes launched. As we said, that is our exit hole. So what is this? Let's give this... Okay. Give this a shot. See what it is. Or if this is on the right end of the thing. Who knows? Okay, wormhole. Not our exit wormhole, but a wormhole. It looks like there's 1, 2, 3 signatures left. Alright, so let's plop this right on top of this celestial. Give it a solid 4 AU scan. That should at least get this guy, maybe also this guy. Would be my guess. Okay. So that is another relic site, which is great. Hopefully not forgotten. But we've had pretty good results in this particular wormhole, so I think we will be okay. And we may just go ahead and leave the other one unscanned because I don't think we'll have time to run it. Yeah, that's a ruined Garista site. Who am I kidding? We're gonna scan it. Like, if it identifies in one, it's worth just seeing what it is. Okay, another relic site. A little surprised it didn't identify right away. So that actually might be a forgotten site. Which is no good to us anyway. At least in our current vessel. And that is... yeah, forgotten. Okay. So we are going here. Okay, we can close this. Let's get ready for that perch. Okay. So far, so good. Purchase set correctly.
Active.
Looks like we have 6 cans in this site. Let's see if we can knock these out super quick. And we'll call it a night at that point.
Warp drive.
Look at the loot can, see what we got overall. It's going to be better than 0, so it was a good night. My estimation, anyway. As long as we can get it home safely. That's really the trick with the exploration, isn't it? Actually getting it back to base. Yeah, that was a nice easy start. Love that.
Warp drive active. Warp drive active.
Okay. Take that, gladly.
Warp drive active.
Alright, 2 down, 4 to go.
Warp drive active.
That was a bit of a rough run there. Jeez, okay. Yikes. Okay. Let's take this. Want that here. Okay, there's where what we're trying to get at. We're gonna need a little more help with it though. I'm gonna have to hit that 6 times. That's going to be able to hit me 5 times. Okay, now I have to hit it 9 times. This is not going well. So that helps. Yeah, I don't think I can beat it with what I have. Yeah, I didn't think so. Oh, that was just a very Kobayashi Maru kind of thing. But that is not. So we'll take care of that. There we go. Definitely worth it. Alright, got just about 7 minutes left here. We'll be able to hit these last 3 cans and get ourselves back to base. That'll do. Alright, 2 cans to go. Zero on that. Alright, hopefully these will be nice, easy hacks like the last one. Okay. Take that. Alright, not too bad. Alright, got 1 can left. Garista's remains. Little grim, but that's alright. I mean, we are kind of like picking the bones of ancient place. So it makes sense that it would be a bit grimly named in many cases. Okay. Alright. Alright, we're going to go ahead and loot that, and we're going to head to the exit. Because we are wrapping it up. Lord willing, we'll make it back home safely. Hopefully we will. And we'll total our haul as we go. Probably once we make it back to high sec. But we can jump in here. Everything stacked up. And okay, looks like 109 million is our haul for tonight. So, not too shabby. As long as we get it back to the station. Counts for nothing if we don't make it back, so... but over 100 mil in just 3 hours is definitely good profits. That's about 33 million an hour. Just a touch more, I guess, because of the 9. So like 36 million an hour. Maybe not the most profitable thing you could be doing in EVE with those results. But certainly not the least profitable either, and something fun and enjoyable. So that's really the goal. It's a game, you should be having fun with it, and I definitely like the wormhole diving, so. All right, we made it back to high sec. Let's go ahead and make the couple jumps to our stations. We can go ahead and remove these bookmarks because we no longer need those. We won't be returning to those wormholes while they're still in those locations. So yeah, that was good. It was profitable and fun. Alright, and since there are a few of us left, I'm thinking probably do a raid. One of the other channels that's on right now. If you all are up for it. If you're in favor, say nothing. And I guess if you are not in favor, then feel free to say so. But hopefully everyone is good with a little raid here in just a couple minutes. The arm stretched out here. Alright, I don't see any responses, so I'm going to assume that everyone is okay with a raid. Which is good. It's always good to support the other creators in the community by getting some viewers over to them as well. Make sure when you get there, you are kind in the comments, and if you're enjoying their stuff, give them a follow, because that's the idea. But we made it back, like I said, 109 million for the night. And let me go in the background here and get that raid set up real quick. Phone. Got two-step authentication, you know. Alright, back to my channel here, and let's go ahead and do a raid. Not a ton of people on, it doesn't look like. Not a ton of people on, it doesn't. Let me mute my playback so it's not echoing like that. There's not many people that I know that are on at the moment. It's always iffy. So let's... Alright, we're gonna try an unknown. Okay, cancel. That one's... for mature audiences, which is not where I would prefer to send you guys. Alright. Looks good so far. And let us raid.
Arrow and ignore these guys, or... Nah, we can't do that, right? We're pirates, right? Aster, bro. What's up, man? Thanks for the raid, dude. I appreciate it, appreciate it. How was your stream, dude? My bot, give him a shout out, guys. Good cast, right? Follow, definitely appreciate that. No problem. Thanks, bro. We're heading out to Thera. I'm gonna try to find some PvP with the Skiki mode.
Alright, let's give this guy a follow. And there we go.
Alright, let's just go to Thera, man. Thanks for the follow, dude. And the raid. Appreciate you, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Very well. How about you? Dude, this has been one of the best streams I've had, to be honest with you, man. It's been really good. It's been really good. A lot of fun, man. Definitely a lot of fun. Let's not go straight to the gate. Decoy.
Alright, guys.
I guess we have.
Thanks so much for watching. We appreciate you hanging out. And
depends a lot on Sig Tank. Yeah, I've noticed that, and actually nothing really hits it.
Doing the raid and all that.
The moment he moves,
but we are done for tonight.
So
we will catch you all on the next one, this coming Thursday at 7. Until then, good night. Bye, safe.